Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is January 20th, 2023. And here in Moncton, or here in New Brunswick, you know what that means? It means 10-digit dialing. For you, those of you who are unaware, a telephone number here is 7 digits, but we have a 3-digit area code. And in the past, you could dial someone locally with just those 7 digits. But now, as of today, you need to use the area code as well. So we're at 10-digit dialing. This isn't new for some bigger places, bigger cities. Do that all the time, and I've had it for a long time. But here in New Brunswick, it's a big thing. It's a new deal, and we're going to get our second area code in the province. There are many cities that are larger, like Toronto, that have multiple area codes all to themselves. But for us, we're going area code number 2. So that's just a side note. It just popped into my mind when I said January 20th. That's what's going on here. Outside, the weather, it's not doing anything. We're supposed to have 5 to 10 centimeters of snow today. The only thing I've seen so far today is some rain. So we might just get nothing again like we have been all winter. It's very strange. I know if you've been watching my videos, you'll hear me say that all the time, and I'm at a loss for words. We're used to winters having cold weather. We're used to having lots of snow. The last couple of years, last year it was cold, but we didn't have much snow. The year before that, we really didn't have much snow and maybe had a couple storms. That was about it. I think the year before that, we really got a lot of snow, but that's how long it's been since we've had a real winter. And here we are getting almost into February, and we haven't had one yet. So I'm not sure what we're gonna get. We'll watch and see. But it is the end of the week. It's Friday, so I have mail. I got 6 officials and a bunch of friend mail here that I want to go through. I even have one mystery card that's come through. And one subscriber that has been faithful at writing to me, but has never given me an address, so I can't write her back. So we're going to touch on all of that here, but we're going to start with the official cards. The very first one I have is this one here of a nice Florida gator giving you a nice big smile. And it's funny, this is an official one, but it says, "Hello, Robert and his followers." So she knew that I had a YouTube channel, and that part of my YouTube channel is showing the postcards and the stamps that get sent. There's the American stamp, that's the forever stamp that was sent on that. It says that she's a Florida native, and at Christmas it was 22 degrees Fahrenheit. That was pretty cold for Florida. But he said today the high is in the 80s, so that's getting much better. I know many Canadians, we winter down in Florida or get a chance to get a week down there as much as we can. At least the eastern part does. The western Canadians, they head to Arizona or California for a little while, maybe some go to Hawaii. Those are the destinations we tend to like to get to. Here on the East Coast, it's Florida, it's South Carolina. Those are the areas. Oh, and of course, going down to Mexico and Cuba and Dominican Republic. Not that I'm going to any of those places, but I have been to some of those places in the past. And I want to say thank you to the Florida residents for having us Canadians come and visit your nice warm weather when it's really cold here. I guess it hasn't been really cold here, so we don't really have to head down there this year. All right, here's the next one. Also comes from the United States. And this comes from Nancy, and she's in Philadelphia, and she talks about the grand mansions with the nice big gardens that are around. There's several old homes like this in around the Philadelphia area, and so yeah, she's showing that. And there's the forever stamp. So thank you, Nancy, for that. This next one comes from Germany. Some nice teddy bears. And that doesn't say much on it, just says happy postcrossing and please register the postcard. Thank you. So not much to that, but I want to say thank you to him for sending this postcard. It's very cute. I've been sending off a couple teddy bear postcards myself that I've had in my collection, so it's nice to get one in return. And did I say who that was from? That was from, it looks like Alex. And this next one comes from Poland. Love this card. A little hedgehog in a basket of grapes. Comes from Natalie in Poland. And she said her boyfriend has a hedgehog, and they have 2 cats. The hedgehog now lives with the parents because of the 2 cats, I guess. So cute. I don't know if well, I know Polo wouldn't stay still for an image like this, even if I tried to do it, but it's cute to see others that do. And there is the Polish stamp. So I reached out and I said thank you to Natalie. It's very rare for me to find anyone else who has a hedgehog as a pet. So it is cool to know that other people do, and be cute to see a picture of your hedgehog. Just like Joe Polo, of course. All right, thanks, Natalie. All right, the next one, we have a puppy and a kitten. This one comes from the Czech Republic. I don't get many cards from the Czech Republic, so this was cool to get. Just talks about the dog that she has. She says she's 36 years old, has a husband, 3 kids, and works at a security agency, and loves hobbies of reading and watching movies and traveling and cross stitch. Happy New Year. So there we go. And there is the stamp, Mahatma Gandhi from the Czech Republic. I know Mahatma Gandhi's not from the Czech Republic, but there's a stamp that's in memory of him, I guess. I also got this card, also comes from the Czech Republic. So 2 this week, that's very cool. And this is the city where she lives, so we kind of have a pictorial of all the different things, beautiful. It says it's one in the Highland area located in the middle of the Czech Republic. And what she enjoys doing is Sudoku puzzles and postcrossing. And there is the Czech stamp. All right, so that's it for my officials. Let's move on. The first one I'm going to do is my mystery one. So it is a vintage card. We have this boat, Canadian Pacific SS, Duchess of Bedford. And on the back it says, Happy New Year, your friend. No name. And I can't match the rating to anyone that sends it. Now, I know the person is within Canada, or at least they were when they mailed the postcard, because there is a stamp which has not been canceled because it's not in the proper place. But even if it was, it hasn't been canceled that way either. Got the address. So I don't know if this is someone locally that's my friend, that's within the city. I don't know if this was sent across the country. Yeah. So if you are the friend that sent this card and you want to be known, leave me a message. Tell me that it was you that sent it, so I can respond in kind. If this is just a mystery anonymous card to come through without expecting a reply, then those are good too. It's just a mystery. So I'm glad I have friends out there that are sending me vintage postcards. All right, we'll wait and see what happens with that one. All right, moving on. We have this one here. All sorts of things going on. We got some avocados and some limes, and some corn and peppers and jalapenos or something down here too. Parsley. This comes from Erin in Colorado. She's been very good to write in the last few months. She sent some cards, but she never sends her address. So I don't know how to get back in touch with her to send her a card in return. I know you watch these, Erin, so if you would like a card in return, please get in touch with me. Send me your address through Instagram and or email me at robertlennox@gmail.com and send it that way. I know I've gotten a few from you, and I looked in my history of my notes for your address to see if I could respond. I don't have one there. There are the stamps, very cool. Really like these ones here, the Forever the Seals, but the mariachi is neat too. And the space. Nice washi, nice drawings. Very well decorated. So thank you, Erin. Thank you for all the cards that you can keep sending. I know that you send to others too, because I hear your name popping up on other YouTube videos that I'm watching. So thank you. You're kind and keeping the community going. Appreciate it. All right, this next one is one of peace with the yellow and blue. You might know where this is coming from. This is coming from the Ukraine and from Yulia in the Ukraine. And she writes a very powerful message once again, letting us know what is happening in the Ukraine. If you watch my channel, I support the Ukraine and their battle for freedom. So it says, hello, Rob. Greetings from the Ukraine. Today is December 17th, 2022. Russia's full-scale invasion of our Ukraine began 297 days ago. It's impossible to believe that this could all happen in the 21st century in a European country. It's impossible to justify Putin's false arguments for bombing peaceful cities and killing people, killing innocent children. I hear air raid sirens almost every day. I'm hiding under the ground from Russian missiles and drones. I cry for thousands of dead Ukrainians. It hurts me to see destroyed cities and villages, but I'm relatively safe. I'm not afraid. I'm deeply touched by your support. Now Ukrainians unite more than ever. Now superheroes don't wear capes, but wear the uniform of the armed forces of the Ukraine. Our country will resist. I believe in our army and our citizens, but we need the support of the whole civilized world now so much. Have a nice day. All the best. Yulia. So I only read that message, which could have been a private message if I'd wanted to, but I want to keep spreading the word that what's happening over there hasn't stopped, that we still need to show support and do what we can to hopefully bring a peaceful end to this. It's happened way too long. So thank you, Yulia. Continue to stay safe. Continue to correspond as you can. I will continue writing letters back as well. So thank you. All right. My next one is Christian in Austria. Went to another meetup. He is one of a few people there that go to lots of different meetups, and they've got lots of postcrossers going. There are the stamps. I really like this parachuting one. You can see Christian up there. Wasn't a lot of postcrossers at this meetup, but that was probably better. Sometimes when there's 20 or 30, I see all the stamps. Your hands must get so tired with the amount of cards that you go through when you're doing that. So a smaller number of postcrossers at meetups is probably a better way to go. But thank you, Christian, for thinking of me and sending me another meetup card. All right, this next one, keep calm and carry on. This one comes from Zach in the United States. And be careful here, I didn't cover his address before. There's the forever stamp that he put on there. He says, I'm surprised that you don't have any snow. Isn't that the whole thing with Canada? It snows a lot, Zach. That's the rumor anyways, that Canada gets tons and tons of snow. Now, I must admit there are parts of Canada right now, or this winter, that have gotten lots of snow. And some places that normally don't, like Vancouver, has gotten lots of snow, and they normally don't get snow. So I think everybody's kind of having a bit of an odd winter. But in my opinion, it's going great for us because we're not getting very much, and it hasn't been that cold. All right. This next card comes from Kyler in Prince Edward Island. And this museum, or this place, this is a vintage card now, but the Woodley replicas in Burlington near Kensington, Prince Edward Island used to have replicas of different things like the crown jewels. He asked if I'd ever been here, and I have not. He says when he was younger, he dreamed of seeing the castles and someday in person, and he did. He realized those dreams. He has gotten to see many cool places in his travels. And there is a nice stamp, a little hockey action going on with the Memorial Cup. The Memorial Cup is the Canadian Hockey League trophy. So all the teams like the Quebec Major Juniors, the Ontario Hockey League, the Western Hockey League, they all play together for the Memorial Cup at the end of the year. Just in case you didn't know. All right. This next card has an interesting purpose too. This comes from Dave in the United States. And the image is interesting in itself. But he had sent me a message and he said, would you like to, you don't have to in return, but I will, of course. Would you like to see how many stamps you can put to add up to the amount of postage that you need to send within your country? So he took 11 stamps. These ones being my favorite. This is a block of 4 that all go together for the national parks. But there are many cool stamps in there. So it doesn't leave you a lot of room when you take a postcard and put 11 stamps on it and you put the address on it. So you got a Happy New Year's message in there and his name. And then that's about it. Oh, the date up there too. So my task ahead of me when I respond to Dave is to see if I can... Postage in the United States from Canada is $1.30, so I need to try to find more than 11 stamps that add up to $1.30 to send it back to him. It's an interesting challenge, and for those of you who like stamps, it's a nice way to collect a bunch of different stamps. So thanks, Dave, for the idea. All right, How about this cute penguin, or penguins, the mummy and the little one. This comes from Julianne in Germany. She says she wishes it was a bit colder and drier where she is for the winter. They have had an unusual winter where she is as well, and would like a little bit of cold temperatures for hers. But you can see for her, it was 10 degrees. We sent this from Germany. Very nice washi tape, penguins that match the card, and the stamp, another penguin stamp on that too. So all around cool penguin stickers, very penguinish theme. So thank you, Julianne. All right, this next one comes from Kara in the United States, in Washington. And I sent this beautiful postcard with the reflection of the hot air balloons so close to the water. She said she remembered when I showed the balloon festival that I went to in Sussex here in New Brunswick back in September, and thought that this card was perfect to send out as a reminder of that. And so it is. There are the stamps and a nice sticker. Happy New Year's. So Happy New Year's, Kara, and I look forward to the many swaps we have in this year ahead, 2023. All right, we have a Happy New Year card here. At least I'm assuming that it says Happy New Year's. I haven't Google translated the front of it, but based on the image and the wording, I'm guessing it says Happy New Year. And this comes from Media in Finland. And there is the stamp. And a little Moomin cancellation, if you see that there. That's cool. Now, Media wasn't done. She also sent this envelope with the gingerbread skaters going on there. And inside the envelope, she sent Batman Lego to be exact. Got this at the Lego shop. It was -9 when she got this card. And she sent this one here, nice hockey one. At least one person's playing hockey, the other guy's ice fishing. And she says, Happy Valentine's Day. That's what this card is for. She wanted to get them out early just to make sure they arrived in time. They arrived in plenty of time. Probably could get another one off in time too. This one's kind of sad looking. She said she's going to a Postcrossing meetup on the 12th of February. That's the message on the back, but it looks like Donald Duck sitting all by himself in a room, all lonely, forlorn. So thank you, Media, for all those cards, all the different images for the Valentine's message, as well as the New Year's message. All right, this next one, you can see the cable system here, the buckets. I think this is probably a mining line by the looks of it. But this comes from Andre in Estonia, Andre and Merritt. And they travel all over the place. So this one, they actually mailed to me when they were in Norway. And there are the Norwegian stamps on the back. But look at this. This is actually there's a stamp in the middle. Talks about Somalia there. But it's a giant collector souvenir sheet over top. So very cool. Really like that. Really like the images too on the Norwegian stamps. So thank you, Andre and Merritt. The last one I have is an envelope that showed up today from Keeks the Wanderer in Seattle, Washington. We normally exchange cards back and forth. This time she's gone to an envelope. And there you can see all the stamps that she put on there. And we've got some stickers on the back. And inside, we have this blank postcard. I'm not going to show you the image on the other side. She knows the image and I know the image, but we're going to leave it at that. She also sent this blank postcard of an octopus doing the mail. Sometimes you wish you had multiple arms to do the mail. And this one of the U.S. Postal Service, blank as well. These are all blank, so I can send them off. This one here of the TV show Supernatural. So lots of people enjoy seeing that, so this will be a good one to send off. And then she sent me a letter explaining what's been going on in her life, so I appreciate that. And finally, she sent me these two New Year's red envelopes. I'd never seen these before. Well, I have seen red envelopes before, and I actually showed you those in another video. Someone sent me a red envelope. There was nothing in it, but these ones actually have something in it to do your fortune. So I thought what would be fun is to show you them on camera. So it is a 2023 fortune card for Happy New Year's, Year of the Rabbit, and it's a scratchy. Now inside they give you this coin too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, there. You can see the coin a bit better. It's not focusing 100% on it. Put the image on it. The dragons. So we're going to scratch this and see what it says inside. These are just scratched to get your fortune. All right. So Keeks, my very first fortune, all scratched off. It says, a thrilling time is in your future. Ooh, a thrilling time. What could that mean? We shall see. Wasn't done though. She sent a second fortune with the same thing inside. You've got a fortune card that you can scratch off, and it comes with the coin. So we're gonna scratch it off. You can see it coming off. I don't know how many of you out there do scratch tickets. But this coin is perfect for it. And my second fortune is a thrilling time is in your future. I don't know if all these are exactly the same fortune, but the two that I got are exactly the same. Which means I guess I have double the chance of having a thrilling time in my future. I'm very curious to see what that thrilling time will be. But Keeks, the Wanderer, I appreciate the envelope and all the goodies that were inside. There's some nice postcards that I can send off to other people in there. And it was really cool to have those red envelopes and to do a New Year scratch here live for you guys, or as live as I can get right now. I will be live. As soon as I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do live ones so you guys can communicate back and forth with me at the same time. I'm really looking forward to that. I have done a couple lives on Instagram, and I've been able to chat with a few of you when you happen to be on at the same time. So that was fun, but we're going to get to 1,000 subscribers. I know we are, and that is the goal this year. We're up to 625 as the filming of this. So we're going to get there. We're pushing for 700 next. Every 100 is a milestone, but 1,000 is where I'm hoping to get, and I'd love to be able to get there by the end of the year. We'll see what happens, and yeah, you guys have been great. Thank you for all the mail that's come in this week. I look forward to responding to them on Sunday. Tomorrow is That Dad Guy Answers, so make sure you go back into the last video from last Saturday of That Dad Guy Answers. Leave your questions in there for me tomorrow so I can respond to what you have on your mind. I know there's already a few questions in there, so there will be a video tomorrow about it, and we're keeping it alive. I think tomorrow is episode 50. I think we're possibly at episode 50. Hard to believe. All right, that is all I've got for today. It's been a long video. Lots of things I've been able to show you. So hopefully you guys have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye.